Shalom and welcome to another in our series of podcasts from Temple Beth Am, a dynamic center for conservative Judaism in Los Angeles. This is Meditation and Mindfulness with Rabbi Adam Kligfeld.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning to those who are here in my office in Los Angeles. Good morning to my own face, which I hardly recognize after yesterday's transformation. Hello to those who are joining on Zoom. Welcome to those who are watching on Facebook Live on my profile or the synagogue's page. And hello to anyone who is listening asynchronously on the Temple Beth Am podcast. It's Friday morning in Los Angeles. Some weeks feel like they take a year. We are still in the midst of utter calamity for our city. It feels very weird to be having a normal Friday morning service with a sunny sky in Los Angeles when not that many miles away there's Armageddon. It feels weird to be starting a conference on prayer and spirituality and meditation, which seems almost like an unearned luxury when people are unaware where they may sleep tonight. And yet, pausing for a few moments of introspection and this paradox of clearing the mind so there's nothing, and also focusing on the mind on one thing that is most important, that's still a task or an opportunity for us on a Friday morning. And we're going to claim these minutes and also say it's an honor and a bit of an overwhelm to be doing this in the presence of and next to my dear friend and teacher and mentor, Rabbi David Ingber. I would rather actually be listening to a meditation that he's leading, and he's being subjected to the one that I am. We're so happy that he's here with us this Shabbat for Kol Tefillah. Today is a fast day in the Hebrew calendar. It's Asara B'Tevet. It's a fast day that's sometimes laughed about in the frum world, like another fast day for the temple. It's in some ways the easiest fast day to observe because it's only sunrise to sunset, and sunset is very early this time of year, and it doesn't travel throughout the calendar, unlike Ramadan, which sometimes is winter, sometimes summer. This is always in like a 31-day period. If you wake up late and tell yourself you're having a very, very late lunch, you've basically observed Asra B'Tevet. And some people wonder why this, of all the other fast days, was added to the ways in which we commemorate the destruction of the first temple. The destruction, sure. And that's Tisha B'Av. And 3 weeks beforehand, Shvat Arba Tammuz, when they finally broke through the wall leading to the 3-week process of destruction. But this is 18 months earlier. The quote-unquote only thing that happened that created this as a fast day is that Nebuchadnezzar, the Babylonian king, surrounded Jerusalem and began the siege. All right, began a siege. Sieges were happening a lot back then. Why does that have to be a fasting? I am feeling the poignancy and the need for that fast day this year more than ever. Because when you're encircled by fire, without knowing whether or not there'll be an escape, that's tragedy. That's anticipating tragedy. That is calamitous. And I don't think I ever got it till this year, sitting in my safe place in Los Angeles, but seeing the ring of fire around me, what it might have been like in Jerusalem in December of 588 BCE, when the Babylonians encircled Jerusalem and hadn't destroyed it yet, hadn't breached the wall, but they went to bed wondering, is this eventually going to get to my home? It has a meaning that seems like a thunderous meaning to me right now. So this is going to be a different kind of meditation than we normally do in this session, which is usually a little piece of Torah and opening up to something that we should be thinking about in terms of our midot, our ethics, our character traits. This is going to be a meditation where we lean in to what it is like to be surrounded by fear, and hopefully lean into empathy for those for whom this is a encirclement that will lead to siege and to destruction. Already has. If you haven't yet, I invite you to close your eyes. Try to return to your body. Body that you sometimes might reject or dislike or critique. See if you can witness and even manufacture a fusion, a loving fusion of that animate spirit of your mind and your identity with your corpus, with your flesh, with all of the aspects and limbs and sinews of your body. Don't flee your body, inhabit it right now. Feel the pretty radical transformation that can happen when you close your eyes, not to fall asleep, but to become more awake. When you close your eyes, not for the restfulness of slumber, but the poised rest of mindfulness. If you haven't already, please bring attention to your breathing. You don't need to count the breaths. You don't even need to deepen the breaths unless you want to. Just be aware of them. The feel of the air coming in through your nostrils. The wonder of the interchange between the oxygen in your blood and all the organs that need it. And the wonder of your exhalation, of your exhale. Where your body knows how to get rid of the very thing it doesn't need. It's a way of keeping your mind on the breathing, because minds tend to wander. You might hear your own voice say the following words: I know that I am breathing in. I know that I am breathing out. I know that I am breathing in. I know that I am breathing out. Your mind wander and also focus, almost as if you can see this in your mind. The ring around the city. The fire around the city. The threat surrounding the city. And let your mind fill in what city that is. Is it this city of Los Angeles? Is it the ancient city of Jerusalem? Is it a metaphor? A protected place or reality, but where there are threats all around you? What does it feel like to be in the center? What does it feel like for someone else to be in the center? How do you breathe in the center of all that fire? How do you put words and commemorate the terror being encircled by that fire? What do we owe that memory? What do we owe this moment? Breathe into that. Come to the surface, and I'll share the closing meditation prayer. We'll say it 3 times together. Go on with our day. May we and all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May we all be free of suffering and the causes of suffering. May we all experience true happiness that has no taint of suffering. May we live in great equanimity, free from burdening attachment to loved ones and contempt for others, but rather with compassion for all. May we and all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May we all be free of suffering and the causes of suffering. May we all experience true happiness that has no taint of suffering. May we live in great equanimity, free from burdening attachment to loved ones and contempt for others, but rather with compassion for all. May we and all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May we all be free of suffering and the causes of suffering. May we all experience true happiness that has no taint of suffering. May we live in great equanimity, free from burdening attachment to loved ones and contempt for others, but rather with compassion for all. Wish you all a shalom and a Shabbat shalom. Namaste. And as part of the conference, Rabbi Ingber and I will be doing a session at 11, more singing and learning and also some meditative moments as well. And whether you're in the conference or not, you're certainly welcome to join 11 o'clock. It'll be downstairs in Adelson Hall. And have a good day, everyone. Shabbat shalom.
You have been listening to another in our series of podcasts from Temple Beth Am, a dynamic center for conservative Judaism in Los Angeles. If you enjoy these podcasts, we invite you to write a review on the Apple Podcast site or wherever you get your podcasts. For more information about Temple Beth Am Los Angeles, go to tbala.org.